Now, the 6th Annual Hotel Investment Conference Africa is currently underway in Durban. It is a business-to-business networking platform for investors, developers, owners and operators within the Sub-Saharan Africa's hospitality sector. Hannah Viviers caught up with Mozambique's Minister of Tourism and asked him how the country is managing to grow tourism against a tough global conditions.
We're managing by doing a promotion domestically and international. But at the same time, there is another factor, is Mozambique is an emerging destination. People have been all over the world, and when they hear about a new destination, the tendency is to visit that destination. And when they go there, they found that Mozambicans are very sympathetic, the food is good, the ambience or the environment there is very good, and really people visit Mozambique more than one time. You will see that most of the visitors are the regular visitors. Of course, the numbers are increasing by having people coming for the first time as well. So there is no secret. It's really opening hands and allowing people to come in a safe place like Mozambique.
So now I want to talk about the hotel industry. Since 2009, about 12% increase every year. And if you look at what's been happening around the globe, particularly in this space, there has been a lot of pressure. So from the government point of view, what have you been doing to probably be able to help the hotel industry so that they can continue to operate at the levels they're operating at now?
What happened is that when we launched our industry, what we did a lot of emphasis on top-end tourism, especially for international travelers. We offer them the beautiful islands, we offer them the beautiful lodges that we got there. And these kind of people, really, they felt the big hit of the economic crisis, but still they want to travel and they want to have new destinations. And they were very selective. And Mozambique was one of the countries they selected to visit. That's why our numbers are increasing. And I believe that now we have a new wave of visitors to Mozambique. Is this segment of business tourism. Because of the new developments taking place in Mozambique, a lot of people are coming, and really we are enjoying that, but at the same time we need more investment so that people have accommodation.
What I do want to talk about is that business travel, because I mean, even from South Africa, for instance, to travel to Mozambique, it's quite expensive. Yeah. And I was asking one of the businessmen that travels quite a lot, and he said it could be because of that business tourism, that a lot of the people that are coming to the country are business tourists, and probably the prices are targeted at them. So what is really going on the ground?
Really, what I can say, that a lot of business people coming now, but there are a lot of tourists. They are the majority, if you look at the statistics. But by now, the prices are high because of transaction costs. Really, some of the remote areas that are very special in terms of the quality of the product, for them to operate is more expensive, and they have to charge more. But at the same time, the demand is so high that really we cannot stop the market. And there are people willing to pay more, and that is what is happening. The hotels are very expensive. But that is also a good incentive for people to invest in Mozambique, because if the prices are good, if the industry is doing well, there can be more people entering to the market.
This conference that you're at right now, this HICA conference, the theme being recharge, refocus, what are you taking back to Mozambique from what you've heard from the various speakers?
You mean about the visa issue?
About the hotel industry as a whole.
Yes, this conference, in terms of the impact for the hotel industry itself, really this is a platform that we need to exchange views, to exchange experience, to see what are we doing well, what we are not doing well, and to try to import best practices to our industry. So I feel that is a very good platform.
Do you think that on the, because Our earlier guest earlier on today, we were talking about how difficult it is for hoteliers to be able to get financing, and that the climate is quite difficult for them to be able to do that. If you were to take this back to what you're seeing in Mozambique, what you're seeing across the African continent, are we able to capitalize on the growth that we're seeing in our economies to be able to translate that into the hotel industry?
What I can say is that we cannot give up. We have to fight and see and convince and communicate, because really it's true that we would do even more if the companies had more access to finance. But what we see, and special after the crisis, is that the banks are very conservative, and they are confined to some of the traditional customers where they know that everything.
Can you step in as the government in Mozambique? Do you see yourself stepping in to be able to sometimes help some of the hotels that you see promising?
What we do, we just give them some incentive. We do what we can do in terms of fiscal policy and in terms of customs policy. We try to relieve them from the higher costs so that they will be able to cope with the higher financial costs. But still, I understand, and we understand that there is a lot to be done. There's still room for a lot of things to be done. And if you look at Mozambique, that the industry is booming now. My feeling is that the bank should look at that as an industry with less risk than all the others. So they should bet on tourism. And it is not fair that they treat that industry as they treat all other industries that somewhere are not very profitable.